Hi, in this video we are going to do a one leg stand. This is a really simple balance exercise that I'm sure you've come across before. It's the one that you hear people saying, you know, do this when you're waiting for your kettle to boil, when you've got your soup heating up, when you've got your bath running. So it's a really easy one to do at any time during the day. We do need to have some kind of support near us when we do our one leg stand. Just if we need to hold on to, I say either hold gently or just hover your fingers above the support, just so it's there if you need it. What we're going to do is transfer our weight onto the one leg, pull up tall through this leg, through this hip. So we need to be really active and intentional with the one leg stand, not just standing on one leg. We are transferring the weight, pulling up through the hips, so the hips not sort of slumping out to the side. Pull up through that hip, lift the other foot a little bit off the floor, and keep pulling up as tall as we can all the way through here. You should really feel that in the hip, as well as probably some wobbling through the ankle. Keeping that nice and tall, active in the hip, breathing, keep breathing. Please don't hold your breath for the duration of your one leg stand. And then what we do here is we just build up the amount of time that we can hold on this one leg for. And down, good. Walk that out a sec. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So you may prefer to do this face on to the support. I'm doing it sideways so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So we transfer the weight, we pull up tall. And what you can do, so if the one leg stand is a little too challenging for you right now, you can just keep the toes of the other foot, just the big toe of the other foot, just gently touching the ground while you sort of get used to that standing on one leg position. And then when you're ready, you just lift it a little bit off the ground. Keep pulling up really tall through there. And I find this much harder on this leg. You will find as well. Definitely one side is easier than the other. That's absolutely normal, totally fine. Don't worry about it at all. Good. So see if you can hold that a little bit longer. See if you can just hover your hand above the support. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Lovely. And walk that out. So there are lots of fun things we can do with the one leg stand. Lots of different variations we can do, and we cover these in lots of our other videos, but a few things you can do. So first of all, we can do other movements with other parts of our body. So once we're on that one leg, we can do shapes, maybe draw shapes with the other foot, draw a figure of 8, or imagine you're writing your name in the sand with your big toe. We can do arm movements, so probably still holding on with one, but maybe doing an overhead reach or a lateral raise with one of the arms. When we get more advanced, we add weights in for these things as well. But at the beginning, you're going to find that the movement in itself is enough. We can also add, and we do this in quite a lot of our brain fitness videos, we can add a cognitive challenge. So what you'll notice is when you get in that one leg position, you think you've got it, you've got that good balance. Once we add a cognitive challenge in, so let's count down from 122 in threes. Good, so I'm going to do that in my head from 122 in threes. And down, good. I know I didn't give you time to get all the way down there at all. But what we find is that as soon as our brain starts trying to focus on something else, then some of our other balance systems have to kick in and work a little bit harder. And that's also what we find when we take our vision out of the equation. So you'll probably know that your vision is really, really crucial to your balance. And so if we're doing that one leg stand, pulling up through the hip, nice and tall, and we try to close, make sure you're holding on before you do this. If we close our eyes, we completely take the visual inputs out of the equation. And those visual inputs really help us to stay balanced. So when we close our eyes, suddenly our other balance systems are having to work a lot harder. And so we're giving them an extra challenge and pushing them a little bit further and increasing their capacity. So that's why we sometimes close our eyes for the one leg stand. That's something we build up to and make sure we're holding on for, though, because it can make us feel really unsteady. So we have many more variations on the one leg stand, but there are a few things for you to try there. I hope you enjoy doing that. Make sure to just drop it in any time during the day when you've got 30 seconds or a minute and you want to do a quick balance exercise. This is really important because we know that the best way to improve our balance isn't with one big session once a week, lots of balance exercises for half an hour. The evidence tells us that we do a really small amount of balance exercises every day, and that builds up, and that's what helps us to improve our balance in the long term. So having all these quick little exercises that we know that we can do anytime, we've got this kind of toolbox to pull these things out from, and we can drop them into our day and make sure that we always fit in 1 or 2 balance exercises. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.